episode 1, technically, or issue 1. I don't know.
Issue
if we
1.
should do
One of
issues.
them.
I put episode still.
Yeah.
I'm lazy. That's kind of like, see what I mean with the green, like, just this part of the green screen, nigga.
Yeah.
See? And it's like I had the supplemental light for down there, but it didn't want to do what I wanted to do.
I got you.
Yeah.
What's up, everyone? It's your boy Phony Toast, the toasters with the mostest.
Taz, the youngest, nerdiest bastard out there.
Hey, how did I listen? Here's the deal. How did I become the old nigga?
You got older?
No, I'm like the old nigga now.
Yeah.
There are niggas who are older than me.
Yeah, but you telling me older.
Huh?
You telling me older.
What do you mean?
Oh,
because I'm 48?
Because you're 48?
Oh yeah, that's true. I am 48.
And what are you going to say to a Russian mimic?
Fair.
Ain't nobody going to say nothing like that to no task-oriented Russian mimic that's 48 years old.
Shit.
You probably know some things now. Sometimes you don't watch
do.
Spider-Man do his thing.
Funny enough.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, because you be telling niggas shit that's like
older.
Yeah, like the classic, like, oh, no, nigga. And I don't know, bro. Reading some of the comic shit in this day and age, like, really has me kind of fucked up in that way.
What you mean?
Where it's like, it's hard for me to have conversations sometimes with these young kids because they'll, like, try to, you know, everybody wants to versus characters and scale characters. Well, what about this character versus that character?
Yeah.
Blase.
Yeah.
Like, when you get characters like Galactus, for example. Like, I grew up with a different Galactus. I didn't grow up with today's Galactus that just be getting handled like one-on-one by like beings that are well below him in the cosmic hierarchy. Like when Galactus pulled up back in the day, like if you didn't trick this nigga into stopping himself or threaten the annihilation of everything, he wasn't gonna go away.
Oh, we got something. No, you're right. We got something to tell. Why the name change? Because change is good. Super Suit Show was kind of like the name we had because we didn't know what else to name it. And then it kind of just went for there. And, this is the new, we have a brand now. This is something that we can really push instead of just Super Suit Show. And Do You Even Comic Book just sounds better. Because people come to us for comic book things all the time. And it's funny that he said that, like, how people don't know shit. I had to shut this dude down. He got pissed at me, but that's okay. I won't mention his name because fuck him.
Fuck him.
Because fuck him.
I like that. Because fuck him.
Yeah, and he doesn't need my promo. Unfortunately, he does very well.
See, if we had like a third producer person to do things, like you put up the little gif of like Dave Chappelle because fuck him, that's why.
Yeah, because fuck him, that's why. Like, that's exactly what it is. He does very well in this space because unfortunately being a grifter is very lucrative nowadays. And,
that's fair.
I have too much integrity to do that. And my whole thing is, if you're going to be a grifter, be a grifter. But when you're wrong, you're wrong.
Yeah.
And so the big rumor, God, I hate how rumors come out and shit like that. For the Thunderbolts movie, and that's why I wanted to name this episode like lightning. For the Thunderbolts movie,
Is that like a play on Thor? How Thor always be shooting lightning,
but
he's the god of thunder.
He's the god of thunder.
He's the god of loud sounds, but here you
go.
go.
That Thor has never been on the Thunderbolts. Like, I got it.
Too on brand. Too
much. Same with Storm. But
put it back on the Avengers.
So Thunderbolts is coming out next year. They're getting started filming. Like I think they just started. Madam Pugh, who I finally saw Oppenheimer, by the way.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, she got buck naked.
She said she got buck naked.
She got naked. I was like, oh, okay. One thing about
what? Like, did you
not see
Oppenheimer? I haven't seen Oppenheimer.
It's a commitment.
You just saw it. Like,
it's a commitment. No, for real.
Like it's hella long. So that automatically, like, I went and saw Doom 2 yesterday.
Okay.
And I already for long movies. But, like, one is hella long, and two, I'm like, well, I mean, I'm kind of a science nerd, so although I feel like them, like, giving some, like, dramatization in there, like, I know way too much about the whole process, like thermonuclear dynamics. Like, it doesn't highly interest me because all it does is make me mad that, like, we had the opportunity to do great things, and the first thing we thought is let's blow niggas up.
Blow them the fuck up. But that stuff is acknowledged. And I will say this because while I'm not into the whiny shit, I think they did a good job in not making it that bad. It is Oppenheimer is the greatest movie about a job work assignment, group assignment. That's basically what it's about. Getting you get a job, you get given a job, you get given a project. You know about this. You get given a project. You say, this is what I need you to do. I don't care how you get there, but this is how we get there. And you have to assemble a crew of niggas. Get this one does this. This nigga's late. We got to pick up the slack for this guy. We've done group projects before at a job. That's exactly what Oppenheimer is. Oppenheimer is a 3-hour movie about a job project. About a group project.
You said it's a 3-hour job project
Yeah,
movie.
yes.
It's a 3-hour team building activity.
No, it's 1,000,000% is.
Okay, all of you guys have different disciplines.
Yes.
Now you're going to all work together to do what? We want to see how many people we can kill at one time.
Yeah, at one time. At one time.
And we're not talking about just kill. Mm-hmm. We want to annihilate souls. So see what you can do.
That's the thing was that throughout the whole time, Oppenheimer was the only one that was like, do we realize what we're doing? And they're like, what do you mean? And he was like, dude, we're like trying to like destroy everybody. Like, what are we doing here? Like, this is like the first bomb drop, I guess.
Oppenheimer, like it's the opposite. It's Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer. You're killing me with the pronunciation. It's up like he's
Oppenheimer.
Nigga, shut up. Like, you know what? Check this out.
Hey, look. We wouldn't be American if we didn't butcher the pronunciation.
What the hell, dude? You're not going to shame me for Oppenheimer. Now I can't. It is Oppenheimer. It is Oppenheimer. You just ruined that. You just can believe it. Right, I was about to say the same thing. Fuck both of y'all niggas.
I haven't even watched it, so how y'all feel?
Okay, okay, now I feel bad. Now I feel worse. I did watch
heard what they're supposed to say.
And they did call him Oppenheimer, but I don't care. I don't care. No, pretty much, yeah. President Truman, get out your feelings. No, that's pretty much what it was. Like, you acting like a hoe right now. And it's like, fam, like.
But real talk though, I mean, like, I don't know, because I have feelings in regards to like when we actually did drop bombs and like our like backstep after it, because it's like we dropped bombs on motherfuckers and then went back like, oh hey, what we did was horrific. But at the same time, we should be like, hey, nigga, look, we've been making these for the last like 20 years, nigga. We got mad bombs. Y'all, everybody fall in line, nigga. It's gonna be world peace now. Fuck all your little bullshit wars, nigga. Everything's now in negotiation or conversation. Because we moving away from or we just blow shit up and you guys start all over. I mean, or we can talk this out. We can be the fuck cool, like everybody. I don't give a fuck. You can have religion, whatever. Everybody fuck cool. Shit. We stop killing each other. I mean, look, bro, it's 2024. Niggas still going to war. Yeah. Niggas still got tanks rolling down on Flatbush Avenue.
Well, that's the thing. They talk about that. Like, fam, what have we done? Like, we've shown the world this is a thing that can be done.
Yeah. And you open the door.
Yeah.
Once you open Pandora's box, I mean, it's kind of like, you know, like with flight. Oh, hey, we got flight. You can put guns on them planes, can't you?
Yeah.
Now everybody on a fucking Air Force.
And they actually, and they actually talk about that in the movie. I actually enjoyed it way more than I thought it would. Because at first I was like, this is boring. And I was like, wait, that motherfucker fucked that up. Wait, go back and fix that. And wait, yo, these bitches is getting in here, fucking up Oppie. They fucking getting his brain. My man is building a bomb. Get these bitches out of here. You know, there's always the friend that's showing up drunk. You gotta like drag his ass up. Someone go get Toast, man. He's fucking up again. Someone go grab him, bring his ass in here. Like, that's what it was. It was really, really like enthralling. And I don't use words like enthralling. It was enthralling, and I was really attached. But let's keep it Madam Pugh. Madam Pugh who got buck naked for this movie like numerous times. That's gonna get you somewhere in Hollywood, baby.
Is that how
that's gonna get you?
That's how you fuse atoms?
Hey, they were fusing a lot. And she even said, like, no, we were really like fucking. Like, it wasn't no fake shit. Like, we were really smashing.
I love when actors really like try to put that up. Like, it's part of the art form, and we're actually doing it. And like, look, y'all want to fuck? I get it, bro. Y'all probably work out. Y'all,
I know, right? You look great without clothes.
They got a whole team out there removing your makeup, making sure you clean and shit.
Yeah. There are people who feed their families to make sure you look great without a shirt on.
Yeah.
And boy did she. And she She was buck naked and like she was talking about it like all gleeful. Like, there's people around. It was kind of cold, but yeah, I was like, it's all good. But yeah.
At the same time though, you like, hey bro, I got to pretend to be somebody and get buck naked around people I probably find hot. And I got paid millions of dollars for it.
And I might win a reward from it.
Like, it would lead me to millions more potentially.
Between this and Doom 2, Pew is having Pew is out of here. Especially considering the fact that, she's willing to do something. I mean, look at this. Margot was one of those people at one time.
Oh, you could tell Pew from the, what's it called? From the way she be on them carpets, bro. Nipples and anything out.
Yeah. She out here.
I ain't got no shame, bro.
She out here. She out here.
Well, y'all gonna make it digital one way or another. I might as well put it out there.
You know what? And God bless her. God bless her. She's one thing I like about Madam Pew, she stays busy.
Hey, bro. They say when you in it, bro, get that fucking work.
She's doing that. She did Oppenheimer. God damn it. Oppenheimer, and now she's doing Oppenheimer. Now she's in Dune 2.
Yep.
And then she'll like do a movie, chill for a little bit, then hop to the next one. So she did Dune 2. She chilled for a little bit. She's hopping straight into Thunderbolts. And it's so funny because people are trying to shame her for that.
For what?
For being in a successful franchise.
How dare she? How dare? Why would people want to be in movies that people see?
100%. Everybody's saying that movie stars are back now. I agree. Timothée Chalamet. I don't like that kid, but he's out of here.
Did you see Wonka?
No, but it is coming.
Watch Wonka. And I feel like you might change. Because I didn't give a fuck about no Timothée Chalamet, whatever
the fuck his name is.
I did not care until I saw Wonka and I was like, oh no, this kid's
he out of
range.
Here. He out of
like,
here.
He out of here. It ain't even like range. Like, nigga, golfers be like, nigga, that's too far.
Listen,
this nigga playing on a par 10.
If I'm James Gunn, I'm getting Timothy somewhere in my DCU. I don't know where. I don't know how. But that kid is a talent. Like, I don't even fuck with him, but just hearing from other people and just seeing him, he has been going to acting school since he was like a kid, and it shows.
Yeah. Let's keep it 100. Tom Holland is very lucky he got Spider-Man when he did.
Hey, yo, I look hella weird, like, with the...
bro. Because here, we can cut it, bro. It's not even...
It's all good. You're gonna get me going here? I appreciate it. So, there's this guy, I won't mention his name because fuck him. I'll say it again. I won't mention his name because fuck him. He got on here and said, so the big rumor is that for Thunderbolts, when they announced that they were doing a Thunderbolts movie, I was like, okay, that's strange. Not that strange, even though I called it. I called it for years. I was like, we're obviously getting Thunderbolts. Have you guys not pieced this together yet?
Yeah.
And I was like, what do you mean? I'm like, dude, there are mad villains who just didn't die. They're just out here. Just chilling. And I was like, I can see us getting Thunderbolts. And sure enough, Thunderbolts. And it says Thunderbolts is Stealth Black Widow 2. Pretty much, it's basically the Black Widow sequel. It's practically that. And sure, well, why not? Chalamet is not really fucking with superheroes like that, though. He's on his DiCaprio shit. Fair enough.
All the more reason to give him something like, give him something solo. Like, what do you want? You want a villain? You want you want something. What do you want to do?
I'm with you.
Because let's be real. I mean, you got what's it called? Joaquin Phoenix out there doing Joker. Too, and you can't.
We're gonna talk about
tell
that
me that motherfuckers they starting to look at movies like that and be like,
We're gonna. Hey, listen. Let me tell y'all something because a lot of people are confused about Pew. People like money.
What? It's weird. It's weird because I go to work for that.
Huh?
I go to work for that.
So do I.
I spend like 40 plus hours a week just to get that stuff.
Just to get money. Like, people like money. And one of the number one things about doing these type of movies, you do movies like Doom, you do movies like Oppenheimer, and things like that. It's very serious. Very serious roles you gotta take seriously. But with these comic book type movies, you can have a blast. You can go do all this weird shit. People said, how the hell did what's his name go do Thor: Love and Thunder? Well, easy. He had fun as hell. He was like, dude, like all the roles I do are hella serious. Yeah. He was like, but this one I actually got to have fun. I'm joking, smiling, wearing with makeup. Like, it's all part of the process. And whenever is he gonna get a chance to do that again? So he was like, yeah, I'm jumping in to do that. Still sucks that Steven Yeun won't star in it anymore. He would have been a great addition to the MCU. Hopefully they'll find another solid role for him. Dan the Man, let me tell you this. Steven Yeun is too big for Sentry. He is. Steven low-key needs to be an X-Man. I don't know how they would fit him in. I don't know where they would give it. I'm pretty sure it's playing X-Men. He screams mutant to me. He screams mutant. Shit in a couple of movies, and now he's the main TVA guy in Deadpool and Wolverine. You know why? Because checks are good. He probably getting paid for that one Deadpool movie that he did probably for like 3 seasons of Succession. And he's like, oh, okay, let's do that. But so in the Thunderbolts movie, it is rumored, because I was like, okay, how are they gonna name themselves Thunderbolts? Mm-hmm. Because there's no connection in either way that they were named it. So the big rumor is they're naming it after, she names it after her soccer team. When she was a kid, the soccer team was you would be an interesting spin on Cyclops, 100%. And at the last award show they were at, he was talking with Feige. And he says, yo, Feige is like, no, I fucks with him. I want him. And they're like, we're going to find something for you. I'm okay with Steven Yeun as Cyclops.
Yeah, that wouldn't be bad.
I'm okay with that one.
Half Asian Cable?
Fuck it.
Hey.
Fuck it.
Hey, I'm in.
Fuck it. Hey, why not? We'll talk about that too. The big rumor is that in Thunderbolts, she is naming after a sports team. The guy who, I won't mention his name, says, oh, well, that's fucking stupid. We got the what's up, Toast and Taz. This morning I woke up to check the front door and got a class session lawsuit from Lizzo. Funny. We kind of got Lizzo out of here, didn't we? Remember when she was everywhere?
Bro.
They kind of got her out of after them allegations.
Lizzo went, bro. But it's the same thing that we talked about before, bro. It's like the allegations be so loud. How do you recover? You know what I mean?
Unless,
like, how do you recover?
Unless it's true. That's why I'm like, unless there was some facts there.
Yeah.
Unless, because she is like nowhere. Litigations. That was a good one, MTF. So he was like, oh man, they're from a soccer team, oh, that's stupid. And I said, bro, you're saying this like the original Thunderbolts name has some incredible significance. It didn't. It was in one panel in the Thunderbolts 97 annual. Yes, we comic book here.
What?
Thunderbolts 97 annual.
What?
Written by Kurt Busiek, had a bunch of different artists. George Perez was in there. Mark Bagley was in there. Different people. And it was literally one panel. Because for those of you who don't know, Thunderbolts were a team of villains disguising themselves as superheroes. Mm-hmm. So no one knew they were villains. They disguised themselves as superheroes during the Heroes Reborn story arc where Franklin Richards' hella powerful ass sent all the superheroes to a whole nother dimension. And there are no superheroes on Earth 616. So the Masters of Evil was like, bet. And this has got to be the greatest promo for a comic book ever. Because nobody knew that they were the Masters of Evil until the first issue. Like, Kurt Busiek did interviews talking about these new things to superheroes. Like, I always wanted to create new superheroes. You know, Marvel comes from this, blah, blah, blah. Like, he was legit, like, pushing these as new superheroes. And then at the last page, they're like, no, we're all villains. It was crazy. It was wild. And then he just said, you know, I'm practically a Nazi. I'm basically a Nazi. So I want us to have a name that is patriotic and people can trust. Like Thunderbolts. That was basically it. There was no like significance. There was no special shit. Like, nigga, we trying to fuck with people and make them think that we're more important than we are.
Yep.
Like, that was basically it.
That's all
you can't do that with this version.
Yeah.
You can't do that story. So they're gonna have to come up with another way. But what upset me about him was that
it's on the public, very public already.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, let's be real. Our U.S. agent has literally murdered somebody across the net.
No, be clear. You're right.
He's known by first and last name, full facial pictures.
This nigga was Captain America.
Yeah.
Officially. He was officially Captain America. They gave him the shield and everything.
Yeah, had a whole press conference.
Yes.
They had a partner.
He had a launch. They had a filming like he was in a stadium. Remember that? Like... which I still think is a great concept. What you mean, MTF? Tell me more. About the evil Thunderbolts? Yeah, me too, but we're not going to get that for this version. I'm okay with it, whatever. This isn't the comic books. I'm perfectly okay with that. What up, Agent 24? Thank you for joining us. So what pissed me off about him was like, bro, you know this. Like, you know that there's no significance to the name. You know this. So you're purposely spreading misinformation. And I'm like, this dude has a pretty big and decent following. And I'm just like, has the superhero genre come to this? And now, going back to what someone said earlier, why did we change the name? Because I straight up asked them, do you even comic book, my guy? Because if you did, you would know that. And I posted the panel. I was like, this is it right here. This right here, this panel. That's all it is. Then I was Luther Vandross. What the fuck? Yo, why am I
Luther?
Why do I love? First of all, I can't sing like Luther. Second of all, rest in peace.
Very
Luther.
few people can sing like Luther.
Man, what a voice, man. What a voice, man. I think it's kind of weird that the U.S. president is Thunderbolt Ross and there's a team called the Thunderbolts whose name just happens to be a coincidence. You're 100% right, but it was like that for years.
Yeah.
It was like that for years.
When you think about it, it's probably one of those conversations you have in the writer's room where, like, well, Tuesday Thunderbolts, then we have a Thunderbolt Ross in the universe. Like, oh yeah, especially why wouldn't you name, like, yeah, that sounds strong.
Yeah.
President. Like, it just makes sense.
Yeah.
Like,
but here's the thing. Let's go off of that. What he just said, that's not even the origin of the name.
Yeah.
It's not. It's not. And that's what upset me.
But,
was that I was like, fam, you know that's not the origin. And so when I posted about it, but Thunderbolt Ross wasn't as prominent as he's going to be here. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. And because Harrison Ford ain't trying to do 90 movies, bro.
Yeah, Harrison Ford, like, can I get killed in this one?
He probably does. I'm pretty sure he dies in this film. And I'm pretty sure they probably had, they probably wanted old boy who passed away to do more things. He probably would have been down to. But guess what? Shit happens. Shit happens. And you just have to, roll from there. And I have no problem with it. I completely get it. But like I said, and so I posted about the panel, and I got so much response from people. I had so much response from people. They were like, I thought that he got the Thunderbolt name from Thunderbolt Ross. I'm like, how many people think that? A lot of people, apparently. Yeah. A lot of people. I'm like, that's kind of fucked up because the story of the original Thunderbolts is great. It's great. It's one of the greatest comic book ideas ever, I would say. It's one of the greatest. Where the villains legit convinced the world they were good. Complete new personas, new name, everything. The powers didn't even change. At That's why I can see the logic of the MCU saying the name was in honor of Ross. I can see that as well. This is all just rumors. Either way, it's not because of the way that everyone else was trying to say. So I'm like, get that out of your brain. Because that's not what that is. Let me see. Sad that folks don't know the origin.
It's weird because a lot of people don't know the origins of a lot of this stuff. Like, it's very interesting just because we take a character that's a popular character, whose entire narrative has changed because of the MCU, and he had a pretty solid depiction, like Thanos.
Yeah, I agree.
Thanos, like, there's nobody on the planet anymore who has read Thanos comic book or who hasn't read Thanos comic books that thinks Thanos is literally nothing without the Infinity Stones.
Right.
Like, I can't go into a conversation where people are like, oh, but he has Infinity Stones, right? And you'd be like, well, no, I mean, dude's badass without it. And then there's Lady Death. Why does he care about death? Like, the entire character of who Thanos is has been replaced by the MCU.
Yeah.
Because it's that popular. Yeah. So, moving into these spaces, like, you just got to expect there's going to be some change. It could work.
I'm getting my PS5 just to play Spider-Man 2. About time, motherfucker.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you for catching up with the rest of the class.
Yeah. But you can't do a lot of the same origins and stuff.
I agree.
In the MCU as you did in the comic books.
Let's elaborate on that. Why do people not know this?
Because they don't read comic books. They don't.
But who's telling them this? Niggas like him. Yeah. And that's why I got upset. I'm like, I bet you there's hella people that follow you that honestly believe that was the origin. And of course, he does what most white people do. He said to me, well, why are you so upset?
Damn, bro.
Shit, bro.
Why are you so upset? Bro,
Listen. I said, bro, why would I be upset that you're wrong? Why would I be upset because you're loud and wrong?
Why am I mad at your failure?
Why would I be mad because you're a failure?
Bro, you went on wax to be wrong.
Yeah.
You're on the net.
Why would I be mad about that? I'm not mad. I think it looks stupid.
Yeah.
I think it looks stupid as shit.
You took I'm wrong and made a receipt of it.
Yeah. And then he tried to say, oh, man, I didn't know you were such a weirdo. Okay. Okay. You know what? Can we talk about the word weirdo for a minute?
Okay.
Has the definition changed? Because back in the days, we were the weirdos.
Yes, I don't think it's changed.
Okay.
I do think that being a weirdo is more acceptable. But at the same time, like, I think it's kind of like a lot of things where, like, people just started using it in ways that weren't the same.
Like woke?
Yes.
Okay.
Like woke.
Okay.
Where it's like, well, what do you mean weirdo? Like, that's a very open term now, nigga. Because back in the day, weirdo was just somebody who was, like, outside the norm. But here we are, nigga. We talking about something in the same space.
Right.
So how the fuck am I the weirdo? That'd be like you and me online playing Halo. You're like, you weirdo game playing ass nigga, like, oh!
Like, wow, what's that you?
You playing with me?
Come on, but that's why comic fans fight so hard for faithful adaptations. You're 100% correct, but my problem with this is that, bro, we about 20 years into this. Are we still fighting for accurate comic adaptations when we have been given the exact opposite for almost 20 years now? Like I'm just kind of like, dude, like in 4 years, it'd be 20 years of the MCU. And we've gotten everything from Thor not being Superman level strength to Hela being Thor's sister. Doctor Strange is not the Sorcerer Supreme.
Yeah.
Like, the list is long.
It's very, 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 very long.
So when it comes to that, I'm not invested in the idea of cherry picking accuracy. Yeah. If you're okay with this, then you have to be okay with everything.
Yeah. It's kind of like when they made Zendaya Mary Jane, and they're like, well, she's white in the comic books. Like, does that have anything to do with her fucking character as Mary Jane?
Mm-hmm.
No. So, really, it's not that big of a fucking deal.
It's really not. It's really not.
Not only that, but they've already gone out of their way to be like, yeah, this is different, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this ain't that.
And anybody who's reasonable knows that you can't do the same stuff. Like a lot of these stories, like they couldn't do because in the same way because they relied on the Fantastic Four, and associated characters, the X-Men, and associated characters, like these licenses that they didn't have. I mean, the Hulk alone, like it took a while before they was like, all right, we can bring it around other Hulk stuff and kind of get that in. They had to negotiate, they had to talk Spider-Man out, and Sony been butchering the hell out of every other Spider-Man character that ain't Peter Parker and Miles ever since.
I want to say poor Madam Web. I want to say that, but the problem with Madam Web is there is nothing redeeming about it. Like, Morbius made enough jokes and memes for it to be redeemable. Madam Web is not redeemable. Like, at all. Like, it's not, and I don't want to say I'm glad it failed, because I don't want anything to fail. However, Sony got to do better with their money. Like, that they lost millions on that. Easily. Simply. And you could even tell the cast didn't even care. Like, they're like, whatever, we're just here to get that. I get what you're saying, but if accuracy is completely irrelevant, then we should never complain about adaptations. What I'm saying is, why are we complaining about something that we've never been given? Like, you're expecting something like something was promised to you and it hasn't been. Ever. In this whole entire shit. That was the same thing I was saying about all the other things coming out. Like, none of this shit is accurate. Look at Ms. Marvel's powers. None of this is accurate. Monica Rambeau got her powers from Wanda. None of this is accurate.
Yeah.
At all. Fucking Monica Rambeau and Ms. Marvel have powers that you know, mix with each other. Hulk went to Scar, found a son, and brought him back.
Yeah.
Like,
he went out there and got that.
Right. The list goes on and on. So it's okay to be like, damn, I wish that, you know, like, damn, that's unfortunate not going that route with it. However, if it's good, who cares? That's where I'm at with it. Also, Thunderbolts, if we don't even have Helmet Zero. We don't even have Helmet.
Yeah.
So, like, it's either this or you get nothing. If we're talking about accuracy with Thunderbolts. We don't have Atlas. We don't have Songbird.
True.
We don't have Moonstone. We don't have Mach 15 or whatever Mach he was. We don't have Jolt. We don't have Charcoal. We have none of these niggas. So it's either you take this or you take nothing. Now, if Fox was willing to play ball and Netflix were willing to play ball, we would have probably got the Thaddeus Ross Thunderbolts. Because we would have had Punisher, Elektra, and Sony, Venom, Deadpool. That's another thing. People are talking about that version. I'm like, you do realize that like 75% of this thing wasn't even like available to be used.
Yeah, not at all. Not at all.
Like at all.
Not at all.
And so Helmet is Zero. He is Zemo. So yeah. And I can totally understand fans of those characters feeling some kind of way. They can feel any way they want, but no matter how wrong they are.
Yeah.
That's how I'm at with it. You can feel whatever. You can feel whatever, but you can feel that way and still be accurate. You can say, damn, I wish that they would have done the Thaddeus Ross version, even though technically they couldn't, and it would be silly to be upset about something that they couldn't do.
Fair.
I mean, listen. I think that people have forgotten how we got here. I think people have forgotten. We didn't have, like, most of these people. I mean, for fuck's sake. Flash Venom. How the hell are we gonna get him on the team?
Like how you gonna get a Flash Venom?
I mean, MTM says he understands me. I kind of don't. I'm like, how would you even do this? Like how?
Like it doesn't make sense. Like
it doesn't make sense.
So hard.
It doesn't make sense.
Because let's be real, the MCU Flash ain't gonna be Flash.
That nigga is not gonna be Venom. To be clear, that nigga is not gonna be Soldier Venom.
I get the MCU turnaround, thing that we got going here with the Super Soldier Serum, but yeah,
and that's where I'm at with it. So like, if you wanted the Thunderbolt Ross Hulk team. Who else is going to be on your fucking team? Because it can't be Deadpool. Can't be Punisher. Can't be Elektra. Can't be Venom. What are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing? It would be a non-comic accurate team.
Oh, facts.
We cannot cherry pick. And even if it's the old OG team, I just said, we have none of these niggas here.
Yeah.
They got the Thunderbolts from hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and dozens of years of shit that led to there. We haven't had all that time. Sorry. And if that's what you want, I can understand that. But you're not gonna get it. Sorry. And I don't blame them. Because there's been so many different iterations of the Thunderbolts. I'll be clear with you. There have been more iterations of the Thunderbolts any other way than the original version. Facts. Remember Luke Cage's team? It was Luke Cage, Hyde, Juggernaut was on the team.
Goddamn.
Yeah, Luke Cage had a team.
Was old school.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, dude, let's be clear here. Once again, we don't call ourselves Do You Even Comic Book for the fuck of it. I was running a comic book shop. The Luke Cage run went for a long time. Even more than the Thunderbolt Ross version. Like, Luke Cage was running that team. And it was basically... It was basically Suicide Squad, but none of them died. But basically, he was like the flag member of the team. I'm here to watch y'all niggas, and I'm trying to get y'all to this next level. Blah, blah, blah. But when the smoke clears, the whole concept of Thunderbolts has always remained that they are former villains and people in anti-heroes, so like Punisher and Elektra, so on and so forth. Like that was always been their thing. So to me, that aspect is more important than anything.
Yeah.
But my favorite YouTuber told me exactly. We do have Zemo. You're right, but not that type of Zemo. I'm shocked. Zemo. I feel like Zemo's gonna be involved. I feel like we're gonna add Zemo in there. I feel like we are, but we've gotten Zemo, but we haven't gotten Zemo. Like he's not Zemo. Like Zemo was taking out the Avengers with like swords and shit. Like even though this version is good too, and I hope that he does find his way on the team. Somehow I don't know what he would do.
Yeah, because
this version ain't really like a fighter like that, but his presence would be great. Remember the fight? We don't talk about that version. You know, like they did a version of Thunderbolts where they completely changed it into something else. They just say, yeah, Thunderbolts is now a fight club.
Thunderbolts is now a fight club.
Yeah. No, it didn't go on for long. I'm not saying that you're wrong here, but I think it's fair for
reasons. That was like a huge thing for a while. They had all the underground superhero fight clubs. Like that was like a big thing.
It was like a big thing.
It was interesting because I didn't even think about that when they did it in Shang-Chi.
Yeah, there was also Ed Mother
time, but I was like, dude, they used to do that like a lot. Like, remember the whole Justice League episode?
Yeah. Then they kidnapped the women. Was it Black. It was
Supergirl fight.
Black Canary. It was
Wonder Woman,
Huntress.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a good episode. Let me see what MT have to say. I'm not saying that you're wrong here, but I think it's for reasonable fans to disagree about the best way to remain faithful. They can disagree all they want. That's all I'm saying. You can disagree all you want, but you can still be factual. That's all my problem. I can care less how you feel about it. You know why? Because you're gonna watch it anyways. That's why I don't care. Because you're going to watch it. So that's why I'm just like, if you don't think that's comic accurate, okay, whatever. I'm pretty sure there are people out there that are upset that Black Panther didn't debut busting the Fantastic Four's ass.
Fair.
Yeah, okay, you're entitled.
I mean, I would have loved to see him T'Chaka bust young
Captain America's ass
Steve first, and then later we get to see
100%.
Yeah, that would be
100%.
That would be great.
100%. You can feel any way you want. That's why I'm at with it. Like, you can feel any way you want.
I didn't get to see Thanos take the stones from the Elders of the Universe.
I didn't see the Avengers.
And guess what? There's a whole lot. There's the Elders of the Universe.
Yeah, they're there.
Love to see it. Love to see it.
I'm just saying, like I always watch it, even when the host's twins. Yeah. What are you talking? Streets be just talking about anything. So yeah, it is what it is, and I can understand people being upset about that, or not upset, but like disappointed. But I'm confused because like we've gone a lot of years with them doing things differently. Like, why would this be an exception?
Well,
or why should this be an exception? Basically, the whole concept of Thunderbolts to me have always been, even though they started that way with the Master of Evil, is always about rehabilitation. And with the characters that they have, each one has a reason to need rehabilitation. Yelena legit tried to kill an Avenger. Oh shit! John Walker. John Walker went apeshit.
Yeah.
Fucking Red Guardian was a Soviet spy. Like, he's spying on Americans, like fake family. Like, what the fuck? Then we have Taskmaster. You know how she's getting down. Then there's Ghost, and I said that a long time ago. I was like, Ghost did not die. Ghost kind of just walked away, and I was like, I refuse to believe that she's not going to come back. So that also makes it funny how people nitpick, like when they bend genders or bend race, because Ghost is not a black woman in the comic books.
Nope.
Oh shit! It's the complete opposite, and she was a Stark, and it was a Stark employee. Like, once again, like the list goes on and on.
A lot of change.
The list goes on and on. So I have trouble when people are like, oh, well, that sucks because it's not doing it this way. Like, okay, did you feel that way with all the other versions? No? Then it is what it is. You can feel any way you want about it. It is what it is. Right. We're all going to watch it. We're going to enjoy it. All we can hope is that it's good. And from the way things are going in Marvel, because often it's an improvement, and I think it's fair to set that bar. That's why, yeah, exactly. I didn't see Ant-Man go up against Thanos. Oh, shit. Streets is having fun today. Will we see Wolverine get Jean pregnant and put it on Scott? Let's talk about it. Let's get there. So the next thing, this is a good transition. Gender bending.
Okay.
Stuff like that. So Marvel has announced that, Morph is going to become more of a thing. And I've waited a long time for this because I've always said that Morph is powerful. So let me just throw this out there. Is Morph Plastic Man?
Yes.
So would that make Morph? Would that make Morph one of the most powerful mutants?
In a way, potentially.
Because if he's Plastic Man level,
I mean, the only problem with powerful mutants, versus somebody like Plastic Man
is what?
You can always just turn the mutant powers off.
This is true. This is true.
They've been doing that shit for years, bro. They've been turning this shit off.
Actually, I don't know. Here's the deal. For example, let's look at someone like Nightcrawler. If you turn his powers off, he's not going to a human form.
I mean, didn't he do that in the Fox universe?
If we turn off Nightcrawler's powers, he's not growing new fingers.
That's true. And see, that's where it's like, I mean, then you would just have physical mutations, right? But your powers.
What I would mean is,
I mean, like, how dangerous do you become? Like, so let's say Morph. If they just change them, like, you just become a puddle.
Yes.
Okay, then you're not dangerous.
Okay, fair. No, I agree with you. Do we think Morph will come back in the? Oh yeah, 100%. They're gonna push the them they thing with him. They thing with them. Them they thing with them. That's a tongue twister. And people are mad about that. Once again, I tend to piss people off. I tend to piss people off, and let me tell you why. These people have built their platforms off of saying things that aren't true. And we don't like Iron Man 2. But one of my favorite lines is, if you make God bleed, they stop believing in him. So these guys have built their platform off of their word is law. And casting Morph as them they is wrong. So I go into my bag, pull out Exiles number 37, I believe it is, and it tells the story of Morph. And as it turns out, Morph was born a blob. A white blob. They couldn't tell what the gender of the baby was. These are facts here. They couldn't tell what the baby was, and Morph says, I took the form of an all-American white boy because that's what everybody loved. I wanted to, show my parents, I'm the all-American white boy. But Morph has consistently expressed about how Morph doesn't know what gender they are.
Yeah.
They honestly don't know. But they feel comfortable in this. So that's what they're going to do. But that's canon. That's facts. So then they go, well, they weren't like that in the cartoon. You don't know that. Morph was in like 6 episodes? They died in the first one. Then they didn't come back to later. Like, they didn't get a chance to really tell us. I can understand your point if they showed Morph as a young boy. Then I completely get your point. But they don't. But you know what they did? In the comics. So long story short, there's more proof that Morph is a them they than there isn't. Cope.
And here's the hardest part about it. Mm-hmm. Can't do shit about it because that's what Marvel gonna do.
Yep.
So, those of you who go and want to defend your white globular creatures, sorry.
Is that the king? Huh? What moved that?
I don't know.
That's fucking frightening.
Just life moved it. No, I think because I was shifting around.
Oh, okay, earlier, I was like, that was Morph.
I think it was just
one of the lights just moved out of nowhere. I'm like, But also, I want to say this, and let me drink some more water because this is
a black Sabretooth. I said I still want a black Sabretooth. That would be too much Air Force.
That'd be too much.
He wouldn't be a mutant. He'd be powered by Air Force energy.
also, Sabretooth's scary enough.
Yeah, bro. I don't think Sabretooth has a real race.
Hey yo!
Sabretooth ain't got no background.
What about Sabretooth? Hey yo, what about Jamon? As you know Jamon? The dude who played the Shazam wizard.
Oh yeah.
He always says he wants to do something. Hey, yo, that's a scary nigga. That's a scary nigga.
No, bro. That's too scary.
That's too scary. That's too much.
That's too. You can't make Sabretooth black, bro. Don't do it. I can't have my Sabretooth black. I can't.
I gotta drink water because I need to be clear when I say this. You do not give a shit about Morph.
Ooh.
You do not care. Morph has not been in anything for like 20 years.
Yeah.
And I'm not over-exaggerating.
Yeah.
After Exiles...
Rap it.
And if you haven't read the Exiles run, that is one of the best comic book runs. What are you going to say?
I was going to say best runs ever.
Ever. I will put Exiles up against your favorite run, and Exiles will probably win.
And the beauty of Exiles is it came out of nowhere.
It was,
It had no reason being as good as it was. It felt different. Motherfucking Time Broker and shit. The random team.
He was in Guardians of the Galaxy, right? No.
Digimon? He was in...
Oh, that's who he's talking about. Digimon. Yeah, he was. He was Korath the Pursuer.
Yeah.
Some of these niggas names, man.
Unbelievable.
Korath the Pursuer.
That was great.
Exiles was the highlight of the character, absolutely. When people say the name thing, when James Gunn does the same thing in terms of comment inaccuracy for the ECU. Oh, James Gunn is already like... James Gunn has already stated, this is not your mom and dad's DCU. Like, at all. And David, did you see he revealed the logo?
Of the DC?
Of Superman?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll talk about that too.
Yeah.
That's very awesome. He was in Captain Marvel as well. Yes, he was. And Jamon has expressed that he feels like he's been shafted in a comic book movie universe, and he has. He was the Shazam wizard. He kind of came and went there, like he's barely in the films. Korath the Pursuer. You can tell he wants to do something. I kind of fucking with him as Sabretooth. Low key. I'm like, hey, yo, man. Big black African ass nigga.
Bro, it's too dangerous. Bro.
You imagine Sabretooth,
bro.
Sabretooth in the fucking jungles of the Congo, like,
bro,
fucking up hippos and shit. I'm scared already. I'm scared already. Shout out to the new Perry White.
You know, so the old boy who's I forget his name offhand, but old boy who's playing Craven, who is Quicksilver. He kind of as Craven, he kind of made me think like, he might have been able to do Sabretooth because he's big too.
Yeah, he got brolic, man. He got brolic for that. Like, that's wild. I feel like the MCU narratives at this point are disguised as wanting them to fail because they've been dominant for 15 plus years. Criticism is okay, but the MCU was dead. Why are people hyped for the X-Men and F4? You answered your own question there. MCU is not dead. It's never been dead. Listen, films that fail don't continuously get brought up. That's not a thing. I can tell you some things that are dead. The Valiant universe is dead. Remember the Deadshot movie? People got like, yeah, there is a Deadshot movie.
Yeah.
It ended with him looking just like the comic accurate version. Yeah, that's dead. MCU is not dead. Like I tell people, if anything, we're just getting started. X-Men, Fantastic Four, Blade, Ghost Rider, Nova, Midnight Suns. We can keep going. Nigga, we haven't even gotten to Miles yet. Young Avengers.
True.
Like,
I mean, technically, in a way, we've gotten to Miles. We've seen the greatest.
You know what I mean, damn it.
I mean, I know on live action, but I'm like, we already know. They already know Miles is a cash cow. Miles.
What I say? Did I say Deadshot? Oh man, Bloodshot. Bloodshot. So they did want to make a whole universe. They tried. They gave it a shot and failed. Young Avengers, yeah. All these things. There's so much shit we still haven't gotten to yet that is still there. It's still there and available. So Moon Knight ain't met nobody in the MCU. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Fantastic Four. Now we get Silver Surfer. That's a whole nother thing that we can get into.
Well, I mean, Galactus brings Heralds, brings Silver Surfer. The Fantastic Four brings God knows how many Doom. Doom alone is, the fire that the MCU has been craving.
Absolutely.
Entire, we got the Negative Zone.
Blastar,
Annihilus. Like, you have a whole host of characters now.
Annihilus is a problem.
Yep.
Annihilus is a fucking problem.
Annihilus is a very focused individual.
Very focused individual.
Very focused.
Annihilus is like, I want to destroy creation. Everything. Dude was like, damn, I don't want to destroy everything.
Well, not even Thanos is like, oh.
Like, hold up, nigga, I just said half. No, like Annihilus wants to kill plants and shit.
Annihilus wants to be the only thing left.
Yeah, in existence.
Annihilus's entire thing.
Oh, hi.
What's up, kiddo? You come in? All right, you have the birthday party today, or is it tomorrow? Tomorrow.
She didn't tell me, but she's like, I think it's tomorrow. She.
Hello?
Hello.
Announce yourself, young lady.
Hello.
Speak up. Shy Bear? Who are you?
AJ.
Alright.
Now I can't curse anymore.
No more bad words.
Annihilus, aka Space Locust, absolutely. Annihilus was a problem because not only was Annihilus able to destroy everything, he could actually do it.
Yeah.
And like even Galactus was afraid. Like, oh man. Ooh, wow, we got a whole thing. Sony has been trying to make their universe for years. The problem with Sony is that you have to compete with the DCU, MCU, and Star Wars, even Avatar. Spider-Man is a great character and the biggest comic book character, but can they get people to care about other heroes outside of Peter and Miles? We have Miguel and Gwen, but the Spider-Verse trope can get stale in the future. Let me be clear with you. The problem with Sony is that they are trying to make a universe out of one character. And you can't do that.
Well, let's see. Aria, how many of the spider characters do you know of?
Gwen, Miles, Peter, and then a bunch of them from the Spider-Verse, but I don't remember all the names. I just remember that one.
So no mention of anybody else outside of the animated universe.
I agree. The problem with Sony is that they don't know how to make good live action movies. Well, here's the deal. Even if they did, like, I mean, I don't think they could, but, you know, even if, let's say Madam Web was great. I still don't see people going to see it.
What do you need? Oh.
What are you guys talking about?
Just finishing up a conversation.
But yeah, Madam Web could be flames. I still don't see people pulling up to the Madam Web movie.
Yeah, and it feels like it was targeted towards like an very adult audience. I don't know.
I think adult girl power type thing going on, which could do okay, but these characters don't have. It's also hard to sell a Spider-Man universe without Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of hard to like push a universe around someone that you can't use. Yeah, that would be very difficult. So, I don't know. I think Sony should just fall back. But I think that Marvel's kind of happy. They want them to consistently fail. Yeah, exactly. Because that's just money they're losing that they're not going to be able to recoup. Because Kraven...
Do you know who Kraven is? You do?
I see it when I play Marvel Snap.
You seen the Kraven card when you play Marvel Snap? You know that has a movie?
I see the poster in the movies.
Okay. Okay.
The
So Sony advertising is working.
Yeah, in the ways it is. Dakota was definitely promoting for adults. If you catch my drift, maybe even watch it twice. Sure. But the foundation of the universe is bad movies featuring characters we don't really care about. It's not anything you can build. No, 100%. So it's already bad enough you're trying to make a universe out of characters who haven't even had their own solos.
You have a question?
No.
Oh, yeah.
It's already bad enough there. But then they're not good. So you have two things going against you. So, good luck to Sony. If they're smart, they don't do this again. If they're smart,
You know, it's interesting because they got a old girl. I forget what her name is from the Euphoria series.
Oh, Sydney Sweeney.
Sydney Sweeney. Like, why would you not have tried to do a solo Spider-Gwen movie first, with her riding that popularity?
People care about Venom. I say, yeah, they do care about Venom. That's it though. Sony's afraid to make it the Venom cinematic universe.
Yeah.
And they secretly want Venom in the MCU. They secretly want him in there. But Feige's like, nope. I'm good off of Venom. I'm completely good off of him.
You know who's being, I think, slept on right now as a character, and I think it's gonna be interesting when they finally get live action.
Who?
They gotta find a good casting for it. Moon Girl.
Yes.
Cause
you look how excited she got. Yeah. I want a live action Moon Girl special presentation.
I don't know. I don't know. I think movie would be good only because, bro, you
A
got a
movie.
dinosaur. You have the Jurassic Park world pays billions for dinosaur stuff.
Well, you're not wrong, but Moon Girl needs to be pitched to kids chilling.
Aria, did you watch the Jurassic Park show when it came out?
Yes.
Did you watch the Jurassic Park movies?
Yes.
Do you
Not
like
all of them, but I've watched most of them.
Okay.
Do you and your friends like dinosaurs? Do kids like dinosaurs?
Yeah.
She's like, duh. She was thought it was a trick question. Like, what? Yeah, I don't listen. I don't like what just happened. She did exactly what you just did. Did y'all see that? That was exactly.
That's how it works.
That's how.
Mini-me, miniatures.
But it did have MCU, Venom in the MCU. Yeah, we saw what happened there. Feige showed him the door. Like, speaking of Jurassic, did you guys ever discuss the rumored Jurassic League animated film? So, yes.
Yeah, something about the
James Gunn is hilarious. I love it. James Gunn said, listen, I'm just going to do what I want.
I have the keys. Yes.
Okay, I'm just going to do what I want. So, you guys will want me to do a bunch of live action movies. You know what? I want to do a cartoon about this Justice League as dinosaurs. Snap. You can tell Zaslav is like...
Would you? Hey, I mean, Super Pets wasn't that bad.
Super Pets was decent.
Did you like Super Pets?
Yeah.
Yeah, Super Pets was a good one. It lost them a lot of money, so I can see them kind of being like, But with James Gunn, I think they're going to go ahead and do it. And I'm shocked James Gunn is even pitching new stuff after the Acme thing. That's nasty work.
Yeah.
You know about that, right?
The Acme thing?
Yeah.
Not the whole thing.
About
I don't know details.
So there's a Wile E. Coyote movie.
Oh, yeah, I know about that.
Yeah. So you know they completely scrapped it?
Yeah, I remember that.
James Gunn, that was James Gunn, part of his thing.
Oh,
he was involved in that.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, okay, yeah. I kind of remember. Well, I mean, was there? I thought, my bad, we'd already talked about it. I was like, I didn't know if there was something new.
Yeah.
I thought there might have been new developments other than like,
Yeah.
because they burned a whole lot of stuff, right?
Yeah. How bold are you to think Sony would do that? They're standing by their movies. Unfortunately, they are. The real story is if Craven fails, then Sony may have to renegotiate a deal with Disney. Something's got to happen. They can't live off of the Miles Spider-Verse films. She's having a blast. Look, that was great. But they can't live off the Miles cartoons. They're not going to be able to run the company off of that.
No, they need that Tom Holland Spider-Man money.
They also
And that Venom money back.
100%. And even Venom isn't enough. I mean, Venom does good.
Yeah, but you need every one of those movies to hit like
You need $1 billion for each one of those, and that might not even be enough. Can't believe WB didn't go for the Batman Beyond animated film similar to Spider-Verse. That costs money, sir. Also, let me tell you why I love Marvel. This is DC and WB. Let me get this straight. You're trying to pitch to me a Batman cartoon without Bruce Wayne?
You know, they legitimately.
Whoa. Before you say anything. No. Before you say anything. A Batman movie without Bruce Wayne? Is that what you're telling me? Is that what you're trying to sell to me? Yeah, but people really like... No. You're trying to pitch to me a Batman movie without Bruce Wayne. What you think this is, Marvel with Spider-Man?
You're a fool for that. You're a fool. What do you think this is, Marvel with Spider-Man?
I think people have forgotten how bold of a move that was. For them to say, we're going to pitch a Spider-Man cartoon. And it's not Peter Parker. There had to have been at least 4 or 5 people in the office is like, these people are insane.
Yeah.
This isn't going to work. Isn't old man Bruce in? He ain't Batman. They're like, you're pitching me a Batman
he
film
for like the first 7 minutes to get his butt kicked.
I want the 20th Century Fox showed Sony that the way they can survive off of scraps. Well, but 20th Century Fox had other things. Plenty of other things. They just made a lot of bad decisions with X-Men. They put all their eggs in the basket of X-Men. And, Dark Phoenix failed so badly that I think that people have forgotten how badly it failed. It made, if I'm not mistaken, someone double check, it made less than how the first X-Men movies made. It made less than that without inflation. So you have to inflate things to make it match? No, we don't even have to do that for this. It made less than it. It failed so badly, people don't even talk about it. At least with Fan4 Stick, people talk about it. Nobody talks about X-Men Dark Phoenix. So much so, Sacramento's own, Jessica Chastain, she said she didn't even know what character she was. She was like, they just gave me this script and was like, go. And I was just like, all right. She was like, I don't even know what I'm playing. I don't even know about the name. I was paid to do, I was told I'd be in the MCU.
No.
Which, did you see that video I posted? Poor Jessica Chastain.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not Jessica Chastain. Poor Sydney Sweeney. So Sony wants everyone to believe that this is the MCU. They want everyone to believe that. So Sydney Sweeney was at a red carpet, and one of the interviewers, who's from Entertainment Tonight, that's important, Entertainment Tonight, they said, how does it feel to be in the MCU? Do you have anything to explain to us? And she was like, oh, I can't talk about that. I was like, does none of them know that they're not in the MCU at all? To the point where there's somebody at Sony that told her she was.
Well, technically they are. Because of Venom.
No!
Because of the Venom crossover.
Don't do this.
That's true, right?
Don't do this.
Are they the same
Don't do
person,
this.
Venom?
Don't do it. Even she's shaking her head. Don't do this. Don't do this. And let me tell you why. You can't do this. Because you're not going to sit here and tell me that even Fan4 Stick is in the MCU. We're not doing that. We're not.
What?
That even the Fan4 Stick is in the MCU. We're not doing that.
It depends on what Deadpool does.
We're not doing that.
It depends, but I mean, that's obviously a different... They've already cast it and showed you a different one. What?
We're not doing this.
What?
They're not in the MCU. They're not
Venom
in
over.
the MCU.
Yeah.
I didn't see Venom in Venom.
He's in the multiverse.
I didn't see...
They're in the multiverse.
I didn't see Venom
That's
in
one
Venom.
of the bottom universes. They don't talk about that one.
And the spin-off characters could just get serious instead. Absolutely. Iman, Miss Marvel would have had that interviewer, him 100%. Sony's parent company is richer than WBD or Paramount 100%. But they're also not invested in losing lots of money. So one of two things I see happening. I see Sony, they're not going to sell Spider-Man rights. Stop bringing that up. Don't even talk about it. I'm not talking to you, just in general. Anyone listening to this, they're not selling Spider-Man rights. Get that thought out of your head. It's not going to happen. What I think is going to happen is they're going to license them out. they're going to probably be like, look, we're not going to make any more Spider-Man stuff. Y'all do whatever you want. Just give us a check. I see that happening because I don't see them continually making movies that they're spending hundreds of millions of dollars on and just losing it. Like, that's not how business works.
No.
We will see. Let me see. Sony's parent. Technically, in the multiverse, everything is... Shut up, Dan. What do y'all think about the Crow universe? Did you see the... Don't call it the Crow universe. Let me tell you something. And she's like, no, I'm going to be out with us.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I can't talk about the new Crow stuff. I'm having trouble.
Well.
Brandon Lee, man.
Yeah, it's
Brandon Lee.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
I kind of see Brandon Lee with the Crow, with Chadwick with Black Panther.
Did they do a Crow thing or no? Did they ever do a Crow thing? Did they ever try to like reboot the Crow?
There's like 3 Crow movies.
Like 3 Crow movies.
We don't talk about them.
God, I don't remember.
There's like 3 Crow movies. Yes, it was. The Crow was based on the comic.
It was.
I'm having trouble with this because when I think the Crow, when I see the Crow, I see Brandon Lee. Look at any action figure. Look at any statue. Look at any merch for the Crow. They're drawing the Brandon Lee version.
No.
Am I wrong? He is the Crow.
Like Wesley with Blade. Like every time you see
100%.
Every time you see that man,
100%. That's a better example than Chadwick. Yeah. That's a better example. Brandon Lee is the Crow. Now I get it. We have to move on. I get it. However,
I mean, there's some characters where it's like, because I don't think I'll be able to watch the next season of The Witcher without Henry Cavill.
I feel you.
Like, I just look at the dude's face, I'm just like, nope.
Wait, Taz, you just said people can't get mad when the comic book movies don't go by accuracy. This isn't comic accuracy. This is about... This man is the Crow, okay? And it makes sense. He's dead, too.
Well, he didn't say they shouldn't do it. He just said it's hard swallow. Like, there's some things that are hard swallows. Like, eventually, I think,
trouble.
Sure, they should make a live-action Black Panther movie again. But, like, right now, like, I can't see anybody wanting to do that or it possibly being, like, great.
And I would feel the way about the new Black Panther. I would. Like, I'm still going to support it.
I don't even know if I would. It's not just how I would feel the way, but more like, I feel like I would... I feel like I would overly judge that person.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
I feel the same way about Jim Carrey being The Mask. Another comic book thing. I told you we were going to make a list of like the greatest comic book movies that people don't include because they're not like superhero focused. Crow is on there. The Mask is on there.
Oh yeah, The Mask is
Men in Black is on there.
Yeah. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Ninja Turtles is at number
got
one.
multiple entries, bro. Multiple entries.
Number 1 is Ninja Turtles.
Yep, you saw Mutant Mayhem, right?
Great movie. Great. Sin City. Thank you, Gaiju. It's another one. Sin City.
Which I'm sad they only made one of.
Yeah. They should have made a sequel. I'm mad that they didn't do a Dame to Kill For.
Yeah. They could have.
They could have done a Dame to Kill For.
It was right there.
They could have done a Dame to Kill For.
But they only did one.
But in their fairness, they had to do the episodes. And in Dame to Kill For, you need a whole movie for.
I mean, trust me, because I wanted 3 blades. I only got 2.
You only got 2 blades.
I wanted 2.
You only got 2 blades.
I only got 1.
I feel like people know Sin City was a comedy. You'd be shocked how many people don't know Sin City even a movie.
If you don't know Sin City is a comic, you didn't watch the movie.
1,000,000,000%.
Because there are little comic panels.
Like I could argue it's the most comic accurate.
There's no argument. It is literally line for line dialogue, scene for scene.
100%.
They went through that whole book and said, no, we are going to do it 100%. And the best part is, when anybody says, well, you can't do 100% comic accurate, no, you can't.
No, you
can't. Work.
They even did the corny lines. like the lines that like cringe when you hear it, but that's how it was written in the comic book. And it was a Ghost World, thank you. There's a whole list. Road to Perdition. That's another one that people don't even know was a comic book.
Yep.
There's a whole list. What's his name on with the kid with the antlers? Sweet Tooth.
Sweet Tooth, yeah.
Sweet Tooth. That's another one that people don't even know is a comic book.
Sweet Tooth is dark.
Yeah.
That's a rough one.
This stuff has been inaccurate from the beginning, but people need something to complain about. Well, grifting, once we monetize hating, it was over. Because it's easy to hate. And, nothing brings people together more than hate. So once they learn to monetize that. And that's what I was telling an old boy who was arguing about Thunderbolts. I said, bro, I'm not mad at you, bro. You got bills to pay. So every time when I see grifters, I say the same thing. Go pay your rent.
There we go. Go play with stuff, kid.
She gonna have a blast. She gonna have a ball.
Oh, she know all the stuff, all the stuff's in here, all the fun stuff's in here.
Yeah, Road to Perdition is a good one. I love the Road to Perdition, but that's another one. Ghost World, who made ScarJo a star.
Yep. Yep. That's been a minute.
That's been a long time.
Because I remember I worked at a video store when that was out. Real talk. I remember I was at a video store.
All adaptations get people complaining about them. Same with remakes. It comes with the IP. Yeah, it comes with it. But like I said, you could.
2001, bro.
Jesus Christ! I was looking at the comic shop. I think that was before me and you even met.
Yeah, that was probably like 02. I think we met.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I would have been Hollywood Video in the one.
I think you were working at Hollywood. Hey, I think you were working at Hollywood Video at that time.
Hollywood Video.
That was before we worked at AT&T together. If y'all don't know, I've known this man 20 plus years. He's practically my cousin.
Yeah, we went around. Like my daughter known him her whole life.
Yeah, more people carrying leads, the more people complain, and that's what I mean when I tell people you can't tell me that it's dead. People don't complain about things that are dead. People don't consistently talk about things that are dead. That doesn't make sense to me. Because I can name you some things that are dead that nobody talks about. Why? Because it's dead. People don't complain and make whole pages dedicated to talking about and consistently go see movies about things that are dead. That's not how this works. Simple as that. Did you watch The Last Airbender?
The Netflix
show?
We haven't yet. We watched it, so
And
that's
you
probably going to
watched
be
some of
this
it
weekend.
without me.
Oh.
No,
Ooh.
we clicked it and it just.
Dad.
You know how you click over the what's it
No,
called?
Mommy told me you had watched it.
Toast. You watched that without your daughter.
No.
Evil.
No.
Nah, but
Because
it's not
you
even
said
evil.
it had a long
Here's the
arm.
best part that's not evil about it. She watched so much of it without me. It was ridiculous. Like when we watched the cartoon, I'd be pressing play. All right, they got to the Earth Kingdom. I'm like, why are you fire people everywhere? What's going on here? She's like, oh yeah, I went to season 4. What have you been doing? I'm like, what's going on here, bro?
Listen.
But have you watched it?
No, I have not. However, I need to. But here's what I want to talk about. We don't deserve nice things. So apparently, a lot of people hate it.
Really?
Apparently, a lot of people hate it.
That's weird because I heard from people who had recommended the show.
Yeah.
Initially, the cartoon. For
Yeah.
it, they were like they gave praise. I didn't hear anybody hating it.
I've never been upset about the MCU being comic accurate because it's nearly impossible due to the history of build-up. 100%. And that's why I get on people for not the non-comic accuracy. It's like, fam, do you know how many stories and how long it needs to take for us to get to even mentioning comic accuracy? Like, there's thousands of stories that would need to be told to get us here, to get to what you want as comic accurate. Like with Thunderbolts. Like, do you understand how many stories need to be told? Each villain would need to be introduced in a movie. Like, we would have to do all that. This way, they did introduce different villains in the movie. It's just not the ones from the comic. So, the point is there. That's what I tell people about Thunderbolts. The point is there. About reformity of people who have been conceived as villains. That point is still there. So, it's not like they're just taking random people and calling them that. So, I'm perfectly okay with that. Yeah, people expected one adaptation for the animated show. That's what I heard. Crazy because in the world of many animated comics to adaptations, all of them have their own spin to it. My thing is this. I'm so glad I never really watched Last Airbender. as a cartoon. I'm glad because I can go into that show and watch it and judge off of what I was given. Not judge off of what I expected. Not judged off of the precognition of another thing. I could just sit and watch it and say either I liked it or I didn't.
Yeah.
There's some power to that. There's a power to watching an adaptation for the first time. Where you're like, I don't have to think about if they got this correct. I don't have to think about if they did this right. I don't have to think about any of these things. Let's see. You'll love it to have some great lore and world building in that show. Character arc is fucking amazing. Expecting one-to-one adaptation is always a setup for failure. I agree 100%. Especially when it's something you love. You know, that's the thing. Because I'm different. I love Marvel. And I'm perfectly okay with it not being 100% comic accurate because I understand what it would take to get there. Now, I don't expect everyone to have that same feeling. But I've been doing this long enough that I know there's no way we're going to get all of this. It's not going to be accurate. The Avengers are not going to find Captain America nice.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. Hank Pym was never an Avenger. Do we even have Wasp? like was Wasp even around like that? Like even the faithful is relative. Captain America is faithful, if not 100% accurate. That's what I mean. Faithful. It is faithful, 100%. Same thing with Thunderbolts. It's very faithful to the point of the team. Not 100% accurate. Even with some character changes, I didn't have issues because of the core of the character. I can say this, Kaiju, and I'd love to know what you think about it. I think that making Thor not Superman level made the character more popular. Superman's a tough sell outside of Superman. The Superman character. It's a hard sell to sell outside of Superman. Because you're just like, dude, like, for example, if Thor was Thor. And you know what I mean when I say if Thor was Thor
of Asgard.
We wouldn't have New York. We wouldn't have had the New York thing with the alien showing up. That doesn't happen. Thor's like, oh snap, aliens are here. Lightning bolts everywhere.
Well.
Oh, there's a giant monster. That's okay. I can lift it up myself.
Yeah.
Oh, guess what? I move at Mach speed. I'm flying through all these monsters. They're all dead.
Yeah, I mean, the best part is, like, you see what he did in New York, but people forgot what he did in the first season of Thor. Like, he went and messed up the whole Ice Giants, like, kingdom, castle, state. Like, it was a giant state-sized glacier falling in on itself when Thor was leaving. Like, let's keep it 100. Thor, yeah, a little alien arm on Shatari, yeah, that's light work.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I thought, like, when we got to, like, Love and Thunder and he was doing, like, the, like, the kick, like, taking it slow, they're, like, just fighting everybody. It's kind of like, kind of assumed we were, like, a little bit more past that, but...
You have to let that movie go. It's not as bad. Stop looking at me that. No. Stop. No. Those. Stop.
Go ahead.
Look, I need you to look at me.
Continue on.
I need you to look at me. It is not as bad. You look so disappointed at me right now. It's not as bad.
I'm trying to make myself feel better by looking at the 10. Because that 10 up there is so pretty.
Won't look at me.
No,
it is not. You can't look. It's not as bad as you want to make it out to be.
Oh no! Did you get to see Love and Thunder? Did we take you to see that? The Thor movie with Jane Thor, Lady Thor. Did you see that one?
Come on,
you left me out.
You were depriving your child. You were depriving her.
Congratulations, I love
you.
Yo. You lucked out. That's just a sign that I love you. That I didn't take you that hard.
Out the mouth of babes. This isn't fair. This isn't right.
Neither was that movie. But to the same credit, like, yeah, no, Thor is that dude. Thor is like Thor is dumb, powerful, and yeah.
Thor is palming Superman's fate. I don't care what anybody says.
No. Thor doesn't have that kind of contract. See, Thor has the same problem that Goku and Superman has.
Tell me more. This is going to be fun.
Thor is written as a more reasonable character. Because Thor, while he has all his powers and abilities and everything, Thor just has limits and rules, like things that work for him. Like he bleeds and stuff like that.
So this
is Superman. Sometimes his kryptonite hurts him. Sometimes magic hurts him. Sometimes being without a sun hurts him. But it's only occasional. It depends solely on what his contract going in is, which is generally Superman going to win.
What?
So even if Thor had 500 hammers,
what is?
The Odin Force,
don't do that. That's
Superman.
Oh, the kids here. That's crap. Don't make me curse. I'm trying not to curse. Listen, what are two of Superman's biggest weaknesses? Magic.
Bad writing.
Okay, 3. Bad writing, magic, and electricity. What are we talking about? What are we talking about here?
But when the two fought, who was on their back?
I'm done. I'm done with this conversation.
So was Marvel.
Oh my god. It has been 20 plus years, and I won't let that one go. Superman beating Thor in JLA Avengers. I can't. I'm sorry. I get why Superman won. I get why. Because he's Superman. That is an answer.
Yeah.
That's the answer. He's Superman. But I don't like it. And they tried to soften it by having Superman say, wow, that was the toughest fight. Shut up. I don't like it. But then again, Batman fans hate what happened with Captain. They should have had Captain America really beat Batman. But he can't lose. He's Batman. See, this is why I have a problem with DC Comics. Well, this is a great transition. And you, sir, I'm so mad that you're not on Twitter with me. I'm so mad.
I'm getting back on Twitter.
I could have used you recently. Well, I could have used you. Let's see what the chat say real quick. Depends on the writer. Don't forget, he brute force shattered Celestial. But him being powerful is part of why his solo movies have more misses than hits. We'll see. If James Gunn wants Superman to work, he has a lot to lose early in my opinion. I agree. One of the biggest things, I ran a comic book shop. One of the biggest complaints people have with Superman is that he is too powerful. The uber powerful character is hard to pitch. That's a hard pitch. And that's why I love Invincible, because Invincible be getting the crap beat out of him.
Yeah.
The crap beat out of him. And that makes him interesting, because you see him get up. Every time. You're not going to get that with Superman. Superman walking away clean. Not even a stain on the shirt. He is good. Invincible dry cleaning and his dry cleaning and his clothing bill must be out the.
Oh yeah, dude.
Not disagree. Oh wait, okay.
That would be funny. I think we you talking about the poker night and stuff like that. I think it would be fun to do more of those kind of staple places in the MCU. Where it's you have a laundromat. Bro, bring it. So I got this Chitauri glue gun kind of stuff on here. I mean the conversation between Peter or all of it would be amazing.
Yes.
Or having and you can have it run in so many different ways. You can have so many different people doing it or different staff there. It could be hilarious. You know what I mean? Doctor Strange coming to pick up his cloak. You know what I mean?
My clothes in the cleaners.
Yeah. Well, because the cloak also gotta get a massage. Can't you get a normal cleaner? They gotta bring the cloak out a little bit. Nice. Give the cloak some love.
There should be a comic about that, about superhero self-care. How would you massage Superman?
Right?
Has Superman never had a massage?
You know how they have the hot stone massage?
Yeah.
Like warm kryptonite.
Yeah, kryptonite.
Warm kryptonite massage.
Superman's weakness is just kryptonite. It's just compassion for humanity and desire. I agree 100% with that. And I told people that, like, Superman doesn't kill. And they say, well, why not, blah, 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 blah. And I said, my answer is always the same. Why is his name Superman? Why is his name Superman? Is it just because he's strong and can fly and shoot eye beams? You think that's why he's called Superman?
Yeah.
No, he's called Superman because he's the best of all of us. Superman. Which means he makes the decisions and does things that we wouldn't do. So the fact that you guys are all saying, oh, well, he had no choice but to kill, shows why he is Superman. Because he wouldn't do that. He wouldn't do what you would do. So that's why when he killed, I was like, this is crap. Because everyone's like, well, what else could he have done? I love how there's whole websites that talk about all the millions of things he could have done. Other than stab the person there. There's so much. But I tell them, I said he would find a way. It's just as believable as him being able to fly. He's able to fly. He's also going to be willing to do things like that. But it's an Ultraman in Japan. Ultra is not super. This is why I think the engineer is going to be a problem. Also true, I want to see the bad. Well, the authority is going to be, people are like, Corey, you're not, Taz. All right, Corey, Taz, whatever. Everyone knows my name. Taz, you're not as excited about the authority as we thought you would. I'm concerned. The authority. Let me say that again. The authority. One more time. The authority cannot exist in the same DCU as a Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, and Flash. They can't. They cannot. It would not make sense. These guys are like murderers. And they murder on a grand scale. Like, you can't have an authority and a JLA. It's not going to work. That's not going to work. Because if there is a big enough event that the authority needs to be there, then the Justice League definitely have to be there. That's going to be a tough push. That's going to be a tough one. The Weathermen would have killed. Yes, the authority can't exist in 100%. I just said it too. They can. If you're going to do the authority, not just we're superheroes. No, the authority. Because the real authority, don't consider themselves superheroes. They're not. They hate being called superheroes. They're like, we are not superheroes. We are Earth's Defense Force. Just like with military people. Some military people don't like being thanked for their service. They don't like it because they're like, we're doing what needs to be done. I don't need to be thanked for this. It's kind of like that with the authority. As in, we're here to smear something off of the pavement. We're not just here to save the day. We're here to peel the gum off the bottom of the stairs, underneath the table, scrape it off. Something needs to go expeditiously, and we all can do it easily. Easily. This definitely sounds like a common accuracy discussion. Well, that's the case. That's the thing. Let's talk about it. There's a difference between accuracy and faithful. The accuracy will be there. I'm pretty sure they're going to have the same characters. Will it be faithful to the authority? Because going back to Superman, why is he named Superman? Is it just because he can fly? Strength? Is that why he's called Superman? What are you showing me? What we got here? Oh, Godzilla, King Kong. Don't that drop this month?
Yeah.
And I'm shocked you haven't watched the Godzilla prequel, Oppenheimer.
Making a monster.
That's exactly what it is. Just like I'm all for Godzilla -1, the Oppenheimer sequel.
What's funny about this Duty of a comic book is literally this one is sitting here reading a comics preview thing.
Yes,
while we're doing the podcast.
We raised them young. Yeah. We raised them young.
But what was your question about the Godzilla Justice League?
Which one would we win? Justice League.
Be honest with her.
Which one would win? Justice League, Godzilla, or Kong?
Be honest with her. Be honest.
Technically, because the Justice League also has Batman.
I don't like how this is starting already.
I mean, Godzilla should win because it's Godzilla.
Are you sick? You're not going to be accurate. You're not going to be honest with
her.
But
at the same time, the Justice League would win.
You're not being. Oh,
the Justice League would win. Bro, you can't tell me that you got Batman planning, Superman as the tool, and then the Warrior, Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman is standing right there.
I own whole
Wonder
comics.
Woman literally destroys kaiju for
I was going to say, I own whole comics where Wonder Woman has Dolo taking out giant monsters by herself.
By her
What are we talking about here? It looks great, though. The comic looks great. But I'm just like, the 20th Oppenheimer. They definitely work together. The matches are great. Godzilla -1 would be Oppenheimer's Wild Fever Dream spinoff. Flash goes back in time and stops Oppenheimer. But then maybe Hitler wins. You gotta think about that. But anyways, but getting back to what they said, it's not even about comic accuracy. It's just because let's say they are accurate. This doesn't make sense now. And that's the problem. This is facts. Let's talk facts once again. The iteration of the Authority that apparently James Gunn is talking about, this iteration, this version with the same mission, has never coexisted with the DC universe. It's never coexisted. Do you know why? Because they can't be together. Justice League, Batman, and Superman are not going to roam this planet Earth knowing that there are a group of powerful beings that are killing a bunch of people. It's not how this works. That's not what's going to happen. But if they do have that, then the whole time people are going to be like, where are the Justice League? Where are the Justice League during all of this? Also, let's go back to what we said. Names are important. Why are they called the Authority? Faithful. It's about being faithful. The Authority aren't just called the Authority because they're just a group of superheroes and it's a cool name. That's cool. They're called that because we are in charge. We are judge, jury, executioner. We are going to run this world. We're going to run it. We're the Authority. We could go to a different country and just take it over because we just think the guy there is a tyrant and he sucks. We'll just go there and kill all their people. Kill all the soldiers. All of them could die. Even though some of them were just doing the job. They're just there because that's just where they are. And I'm not excusing them, but like... They're like, I'm just trying to feed my fans.
That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Like,
bro, it's crazy though. Kid Venom. She's just showing me all the little things in here.
Kid Venom. Venom is so popular. So what if the Authority pulls up, but they're from a different universe? I mean, they could, but if you're giving them a movie. For them to do the Authority, and Kaiju knows what I'm talking about. Like, if you read the Authority books, you will feel the same way. You're like, they can't exist.
Plus, I think going down, I don't know. I mean, I'm okay with a lot of characters in the one world or in the one city because, I mean, you have so many characters in a lot of these cities, your New Yorks and stuff. So, but I really don't need multiverse in the first movie. Or the first, like, I don't need multiverse that early on. Like, don't bring in characters from another universe already.
I feel you.
Especially when it's like, well, because there's no Authority here? Is that what, like, the Authority's just going around from universe to universe and dealing, like, and then you haven't come across a Superman yet? That's, You just opened too many cans of worms.
But here's the problem. They said, what if the authority are from a different dimension? Well, that's not true. We already have an engineer. The engineer's from this world.
You found it?
Unless they change it, but that would be silly. Like, they don't even do the authority. That's where I'm at with it.
Like, what is this? Like some sort of like Japanese like Kid Venom type thing or something
it's
like that?
It's a Japanese kid in the old Shogun times. It's not even in our universe. I don't get it.
Especially when you already have Eddie Brock with a kid.
1,000,000%. I'm like, how is that? Ain't the current Venom kid Venom? It's Brandon Eddie Brock's kid.
Yeah, because I'm looking at him like, what is going on here?
You're like, he looks Japanese though.
My bro's got like for some reason he got wrist ties wrapped around his wrist and everything. Like, why do you need that with the symbiote?
No, 100%. The whole thing is sliding through universes and troubleshooting problems. Yeah, it's shooting missiles at him.
Well, I mean, let's be real. They don't troubleshoot. Just take out the trouble.
Yeah, 100%. Now, what I would do, I would have I wouldn't even start with an Authority movie. I would do a Justice League versus Authority movie. That would be good because I've always liked the idea of the anti-team. I say, we're not bad. We're just not you guys. And that's pretty much what the Authority are. The Authority are, we're the Justice League, but we're not invested in throwing people in prison. We are the law. We know what's right for all of you. Oh yeah, and we got a guy on our team who's practically God. That's another thing. How are they gonna do the Doctor?
Just think.
Like how are we doing the Doctor?
Or you think we're doing classic Doctor? Or you think we're doing a more recent Doctor, or is it all new? Because classic Doctor gonna be a problem. But at the same time, he's the most entertaining one. But I can't see you putting him in a Superman movie.
If the Doctor existed, like the Doctor,
it don't make any sense for Superman.
Like, dude, Superman, you're a chicken now.
Well, the thing is, and that's why it would have to be the original Doctor, because you would have to have him like so trash he can't like participate. That's
it would have to. It would have to.
It works.
It would,
or like
it would
he
have
can't
to be.
use it right. You know what I mean? Or like the shaman won't let him. Fight Superman.
Yeah, I mean,
because like we're protecting the Earth, and what you're doing is not that. And that's another part about him traveling the universe, traveling the bleed to do it, and not being in his own universe. Is he's the shaman of the Earth.
Yeah.
Like that's a problem for him. Like the spirit, like. Jenny Sparks or Jenny Quantum, however you want to go with it, and the Doctor are tied to that specific Earth. They're literally antibodies of that Earth designed to keep that Earth protected.
That's another reason why I'm having trouble with that because...
Shit. Did I just prove I read comics again? Damn it.
Oh, no, I think people have pieced it together. No, for real. Like, all across platforms, they're like, yeah, he does. Yeah, okay, we got it.
Do that. I have authority issues. About books.
100%. And so here's the deal. For those of you who don't know, the Doctor, how do we say this? The Doctor is basically, what if Jesus was a superhero? The first Doctor was Jesus.
Yeah.
That's comic. That is canon. The first Doctor was Jesus. So basically what the Doctor is the world itself, the planet Earth itself, bestows powers onto certain people to protect it. And the Doctor is a vessel that passes on to person to person. Passes on to person to person. So the current Doctor is on this team. And his powers are basically, I can do anything. I can do anything. Now, a lot of you might think, well, that's silly. And I was like, but the Authority, the stuff they dealt with were on such a huge level that you need a guy on the team who can just be like, I can do anything. One of the greatest examples I've ever seen him, like, I can do everything, anything. He went to an alternate Earth where Italy had conquered the world. And so what he did was, let me brace myself before I say what this man did. Okay, you ready? Okay. He turned the Earth on its axis, but kept Italy in the same spot so that the ocean came and completely covered and washed Italy away. This is just one member of the team. One guy did that. Do you think someone like that can coexist in the same world as Superman and Justice League?
Not only that, but there was a point where there was a Superman-like figure, and the Doctor ate him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, the Doctor was so powerful. Said this. I mean, this dude's like whooping everybody.
Yeah.
And the Doctor like, out.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm God.
Yeah.
And no repercussions, no after fight, no. That was his first attack.
Yeah. Yeah. This is just one member of the team. Then you have Midnighter. The problem with doing Midnighter is they're not going to have Midnighter take out Batman.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can't have that.
That's not.
No. Come inside. You're not coming in here with the phone.
I'm gonna sit on
Kaiju. He can literally rewrite reality. That is his power. I can do whatever I want.
Whatever I need to protect the Earth.
Yes. He's practically, what if Molecule Man was an Avenger? All bad. Anything.
Which would you rather be, a more faithful version of the Authority from a different universe, or a less faithful version that's native to the DCU? Probably less faithful to the DCU.
I say don't do it.
Only because I only say that because, well, I mean, I wouldn't have done it. I mean, I'm only saying this because it's already on the table. Mm-hmm. I would say less faithful only because you're still universe building right now. Mm-hmm. The best version of Authority, in my eyes, are their own movie. They don't come across Superman. You don't involve them with it.
The Authority
don't do any of that.
The Authority punks superheroes. Like, other superheroes hate them. They hate them because they are better than them. And if they act out of line, the Authority will wipe them off the planet, and they know it.
Yeah.
You can't do that in the DCU. Unless you make them something else completely different entirely. DC did relaunch a Superman the Authority book, but it wasn't the Authority at all. It just had Midnight and Apollo on it. Which, that was kind of redundant to have Apollo and Superman on the same team. Because they're practically the same character.
Practically.
Yeah, maybe we're practically.
What do we do? We're both sun-powered people.
That have flight, strength, and we can shoot I-beams. The whole original concept of Apollo and Midnighter was, what if Batman and Superman were gay lovers? Like, that was the original push and concept of them.
It's true.
Jimmy, the more you say, the more it seems like they would be pulling up from another universe. I mean, that would have. I mean, you're right, but once again, we already have an engineer in the DCU. That's why I was so shocked. I was like, so we really are just doing them. They just exist here. I wonder how Midnighter's gonna get his powers. I wonder how Apollo's gonna get his powers. We're gonna do Henry Bendix. Henry Bendix was the he was the he was basically the Nick Fury of their world. So they're gonna have to do something else with Midnighter, and I'm like, okay, but that's weird because that would be the equivalent of doing Deadpool without Weapon X. It's like that's a huge part of this character's mythos. Was that so? I trust Gunn, but all we know is that she's in the movie, though. Fair, but if we're doing multiverses already, that's why I'm just like, I wouldn't even do it. But that's just me. Last thing I want to talk about on the show, Joker 2, the movie Joker 2. Cost $300 million to make.
To make what?
I
I'm starting to think. Like, I'm immediately thinking like, so like are there like a lot of crowbars? Or like, does paint cost that much? What is Gaga and Phoenix charging? Like $100 million each? What are we doing here?
$300 million. I'm confused.
And isn't it a musical?
Okay, so they kind of pulled back on that, which I think is crap, because WB has now been trying to get away from the musical thing. Like, they didn't push that Wonka was a musical at all. That a lot of people were confused. They're like, wait, there's a lot of singing. Oh, because it's a musical. Snap. So now they're saying, well, there are scenes where they sing. Whatever. $300 million to make. And a few things. First of all, that costs more than how much it costs Dune to make. Dune costs like $250 million. Like, there's not a single Joker story in existence that warrants a $300 million movie.
There's not
one single story
like
that it warrants, that needs that much money. It screams money laundering.
It screams money laundering.
It screams money laundering. And now we see where the budget for Batgirl went. But the the Joker movie costed $300 million. Now I see why he canceled so much stuff. He was like, yo, the budget needs to be higher. What do we do? Well, we have a bunch of shows. Yeah, cancel all of them.
Let's be real, bro. There's literally, they literally made the Teen Titans Go thing happen, bro. Because there's literally, I think, not one, but like 2 Alfred shows. As well as a Batmobile show. It was a Batmobile cartoon.
And there was one, excuse me, there's a Batman with the Black Robin. DC is so funny to me. They be exchanging genders left and right. Perry White is black now, but over here he was white, but then he was black again. And Jimmy Olsen, he's black here, but he's white over here, but then he's black here. He's black in the cartoon.
Don't matter if
white
you're black
here.
or white.
Yeah, hey, listen, man.
Hey, as much as what is it? I think probably my favorite Perry so far was old boy from the Lois and Clark show.
Perry?
What was his name? Who played Perry in the Lois and Clark show back in the day? Like, I liked him as Perry.
Yeah.
I don't know why his whole motive just felt like I run a newspaper. Like he had it down. Lawrence Fishburne kind of felt like he was gonna start ducking behind some office chairs and then kick Neo through the Matrix real quick and be like, "Fuck the Superman, Neo. We gotta say it's all a construct."
You see they cast Perry White, right?
Yeah.
Old boy from The Wire. That's not him. He didn't say that.
Oh no, that's nothing to do with home.
No, that was Clay Davis who said that.
Didn't he also do one in The Wire?
He might have.
I thought he did his shit in The Wire.
I know the good.
There's 2 brothers that do it.
Was there 2 of them?
There's 2 brothers that do it.
Well, Clay Davis was definitely one.
I swear there was one time when he was talking to McNulty and McNulty said something. He was like, "Shit." He did the same thing. But I could be wrong. Cause I know Clay, like that's the other. But I thought they both, because you mentioned The Wire, so I was like, oh yeah, I thought you did.
Someone in the chat will let me know. I bet you guys like.
Because other brother also does it in what's it called? He also does that in Veep. Like he does a lot of shit.
He does. Shit. I kind of wanted him.
He did it to make fun of Clay Davis.
Okay.
I was gonna say he also did. I remember though, because it was like a horror. Like, wait a minute.
He probably did it so well, because you're not the first person to tell me that. That's why I was like, I don't remember him doing it. He probably did it so well. I was like,
yeah, I don't think he made it into like a thing.
I think it's a good casting. James Gunn is good at that. It looks like he's gonna get going on the filming and everything, and good luck to him. They're gonna need it. They had the famous "She" scene where that was the only line of dialogue. Oh man, now I want to watch The Wire. Anyways, I think that wraps our show.
Yeah,
I think that wraps our show. Anyways, 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 I
That does. Look at that. Another episode down. We need to get a new green screen and have some fun. And hopefully the audio on this one is better. It actually looks like it's moving between yellow and red most of the time. So we did some adjustments, and continuous improvement throughout.
Yes, I thank you guys for your patience with us. We're grassroots, man. We underground. You know how like the underground rappers. Are we the underground podcast?
The underground podcast.
Underground podcast. We've been Gorilla podcast.
We've been here. we like Tech Nine. A strange podcast. A strange music got podcast section.
Strange podcast is hilarious.
You know.
Anyways, I want to thank y'all for joining us today.
Until next time, it's your boy Phony Toast. Toast the most.